DIY Army, welcome back to DIY with Max. I hope you're having a great day. If your faucet's leaking and is difficult to turn on or off, or produces inconsistent water temperature, you should replace the cartridge. Good news is, it's something you can completely do yourself. Fair warning, I'm not a professional plumber and mistakes were made, so you have to watch the entire video to avoid them in your project. If you ever had a DIY project go horribly wrong, smash that like button and tell me your story in the comments below. Before you can even buy the right cartridge, you gotta play detective. That means tearing out the old one and taking it on the field trip to the hardware store. It's a pain, but it's the best way to get a perfect match. Start by locating and turning off the main water valve. Then turn on the faucet to let any remaining water drain out to relieve pressure. Don't forget to cover the drain with a cloth or a small bowl to prevent any small parts from falling in. If your faucet handle resembles mine, take a flathead screwdriver and gently pry off the handle cap to expose the Phillips screw underneath. Remove the screw and carefully pull the handle off. Take care not to lose the little washer if you have one. With the handle out of the way, pull out the white handle knob inserts. Next, use a Phillips screwdriver to remove the two screws that are holding the valve cover in place. If you have a plastic rough-end plate like we do, remove the stop tube first and then the rough-end plate. They're occasionally used as spacers for thin walls such as ours to provide support. With the valve completely exposed, we're ready to remove the cartridge. Use needle nose pliers, clamp the tip of the notch of the cartridge of the retaining clip, and pull it upwards to remove it. Warning, this is not the best approach. Continue watching to learn how I know and what you should do differently. Now let's pull the cartridge. If you're lucky, you can grab the handle screw, thread it into the valve stem, and remove it by hand or with pliers. If that doesn't work for you, you'll need to use a valve pulling tool. I highly recommend purchasing one ahead of time. The link can be found in the description below. To use this tool, thread the long screw into the valve stem until resistance is felt. After that, rotate the tool's body until it's seated on the valve body. Once seated, tighten the retractor screw and continue turning the handle until the cartridge is completely extracted. During the extraction process, some water may come out, so place a rag in the opening to catch it. To remove the old cartridge from the tool, simply back out the retracting screw. When compared to the old one, the new cartridge doesn't have an O-ring at the end like the old one, but aside from that, it appears to be very similar. All other videos instruct you to align the holes parallel to the floor and insert the new cartridge using the same hole offset. So in our case, the right hole was towards the back and the left hole was towards the front. We took note of this, purchased the original Moen 1222 cartridge. The link can be found in the description below. So we oriented the holes on the same side as the old ones, with the left hole towards the front and the rear hole towards the back, and moved on to reinstalling the new cartridge. Before reinstalling the cartridge, you should grease it up well. We had no idea that the grease was included with the Moen cartridge pack, so we ended up using a tube we got at the store. Apply a generous amount of the waterproof grease to all the O-rings and the rubber gasket. Important. Newbies always try to push the cartridge in with the stem. This causes it to pop out. To avoid this, the cartridge package includes a plastic tool that fits over the stem to make the installation easier. Begin by inserting the cartridge's back end into the valve, and then slide on the spin tool and use it to push the cartridge in. Once it's fully seated, remove the tool and replace the cartridge retaining clip. If the retaining clip does not return to its original position flush with the valve, use needle nose pliers to push the little legs back to seat it properly. Once seated, you can reassemble the shower handle. All you have to do is insert the plastic rough-end plate, align the mounting holes with the holes on the valve body, and then slip on the stop tube. It's also a good idea to clean the valve cover while it's off the wall. Valve covers have foam on the back of them to keep the water out, but if you want to waterproof them, add a bead of clear silicone around them. Next, insert 2 valve cover screws and hand tighten them, alternating until they're a tight fit. Then reinstall the 2 white handle knob inserts and the small washer. So this way the handle will turn. If you lock it between these two, the handle will not turn. Don't ask me how I know that. The handle and the mounting screws comes next. So far, the installation has gone flawlessly until we turned on the main water valve. To our surprise, the water simply began running out of the faucet in the off position, and the cold and hot waters were reversed. If you recall, we matched the cartridge holes exactly to the old ones, but it only made things more complicated. Here's some life lessons to help you with your installation. We had no choice but to disassemble everything again, so I'll try to make this quick. We unscrewed the handle and took out a white handle knob inserts, 2 valve cover screws and the valve cover, the stop tube, and the rough-in plate, and then the small washer. With the valve completely exposed, we were ready to remove the cartridge. That's when things went from bad to worse. All of the instructions on the internet tell you to use needle nose pliers, clamp the tip of the notch of the cartridge retaining clip, and pull it upwards to remove it. I did just that and catapulted the retaining clip into the wall, as my dad in the background was just telling me to be careful not to drop it. I love him, so I will spare you the colorful language he used when he saw the clip disappear into the wall. So, an hour later, we returned from our scavenger hunt with a replacement retaining clip kit. You would think these clips would be a few cents or maybe $1. Oh no, it's $6. Yeah, I know. We began addressing the original issue by pulling the cartridge with the cartridge tool, adding more grease and flipping it over so that the HC letters face up. This flips the cartridge holes, bringing the right hole closer and the left hole further back. With the cartridge turned over, let's go over how to properly handle the priceless retaining clip to avoid making our second mistake and losing it in the wall. To avoid dropping the retaining clip into the wall, we attached it to a piece of wire, but string can be used as well. If the retaining clip does not sit flush with the valve, use needle nose pliers to push the little legs back and seat it all the way down, as shown. Once it's in place, remove the wire and we're ready to discuss our third mistake. Leak testing and proper cartridge placement were not done prior to final assembly. This is how you do it. Slide the stop tube over the valve body and then screw in place after inserting the washer, 2 white handle knob inserts, and the handle. Finally, turn the main water valve back on. This mini assembly lets you check the cartridge position and spot any leaks early. After ensuring that everything is operating as it should, take off the handle and the 2 white handle knob inserts to look for any internal leaks. With everything looking good, we can continue with the final assembly. We installed the rough-in plate and the valve cover, 2 valve cover screws, the white handle knob inserts, screwed in the handle with the set of screws, and finally popped up the little handle cap. Let's do the final test. This video is packed with all the information you need to be successful, but if you find yourself having questions, please don't hesitate to reach out in the comments below. I'm always happy to help. Remember, your support and engagement means the world to us. We appreciate every comment, like, and share as they help us grow and continue to provide this helpful content. If you want to see more of our renovation, here are the videos you should watch next. Take care of yourself, your family, and have a great day.